Let freedom ring. We're celebrating Independence Day on today's show. Plus, we have the latest in cruise news, including news from Carnival Corporation. As a second cruise line under the family brand says we're going to experiment with this no pre-cruise testing. Get the latest on that news. Plus, we're celebrating 1 year since the great cruise restart. It happened 1 year ago this weekend. And finally, a discussion about communication. One Royal Caribbean ship is having trouble reaching maximum speed, and I will share with you what Royal Caribbean shared with those cruisers on that ship. We're going to turn the other way and look at Carnival. The Carnival Vista is still having issues, and we're going to look at a review from one recent cruiser and how maybe communication could be better. Let's talk about cruising and cruise news right now on Island Time. Islanders, that right there is what it's all about. The stars and the stripes. It is Independence Day. We celebrate it today, but we celebrate it every single day. We live in a great country, and we have a lot of freedoms that people around the world do not have. Among those freedoms, I get to do this right here. We get to build this community. We get to discuss cruising. I get to sit in front of this camera and talk about whatever I want to, and I can post it. Because of the men and women for over 200 years who have fought for that right and continue to do so. Islanders, welcome to the show today. Thank you for stopping by. I am Derek and I am hoarse. We are finally back home from our baseball tournament, state baseball tournament, where we finished second place. I'm the head coach on my son's team, and we've had probably a dozen games in 4 days. So I've yelled a little bit, I've celebrated a little bit, and my voice is struggling today. So excuse me, we're going to talk about cruising. We're going to talk about cruise news. Today we celebrate Independence Day, but I will always remember, forever remember this weekend as well, as cruising restarted for Carnival per se. On July the 3rd, as the Carnival Vista set sail in 2021, July 4th, the Carnival Horizon Celebrity, they restarted in late June of 2021. Royal Caribbean in July, about this same time. Let freedom ring. Let's talk about cruising and cruise news. There's so much going on in the industry right now. Islanders, while I was on my 4-day hiatus, we have inched ever closer to 10,000 subscribers. We are now just 100, a little over 100 people away. I invite you to subscribe, ring that bell to receive notifications when we upload content. We can't wait to bring you our cruise experience July the 23rd on the Carnival Horizon, an 8-day southern itinerary. We cannot wait to share that with you. Let's talk about news, because a second cruise line under the Carnival Corporation umbrella is experimenting with no pre-cruise testing. You probably remember Carnival Corporation owns 9 cruise lines. And just a couple of weeks ago, P&O, one of its cruise lines, P&O said, we're going to try this no pre-cruise testing on select sailings. Well, the recent news is that a second cruise line, Holland America Cruise Line, is going to do the same. They are changing their COVID-19 protocols to say if you're vaccinated, and those vaccination protocols are still in place, but if you're vaccinated, you do not have to take a test. This is for the July 10th, 17th, and 24 sailing on its new ship, a new ship as of last year, the Rotterdam. Holland America shared this in part of a statement. As health protocols around the world continue to evolve, we are adjusting our policies to align with those of the countries we visit. So for this particular short amount of time, they're going to give this a shot. They're going to see if no pre-cruise testing works while everyone is still vaccinated. And the question I know that you have is, when are we going to see this here in the United States? This is the second of Carnival Corporation's 9 cruise lines. Is Carnival Cruise Line next? I don't know. A lot of us envision no pre-cruise testing here in the United States to start with short cruises, 4 and 5 day cruises. That makes sense, right? You don't test on those short cruises. You get your data, you see how things go, and then maybe you expand that. You see what you need to tweak, what you need to adjust. I don't know. We're going to see what Carnival Cruise Line does. We know this is a movement, though. We've seen so much activity around this. We've seen words from Royal Caribbean's CEO last week saying maybe 60 days. We may not have testing in 60 days. We're going to see what happens with this. But again, it's a step in the right direction. I also want to talk about communication today. I find this interesting here as Royal Caribbean now has a ship that's having propulsion issues. They have a ship that is having issues reaching its maximum speed. That is the Quantum of the Seas. They're having engine trouble. Of course, there are 4 engines on the Quantum of the Seas. But Royal Caribbean, I found, is being so transparent compared to Carnival Cruise Line. A lot of us have followed what's been going on with the Carnival Horizon. Just months ago, she had propulsion issues. She had to be pulled from dry dock. She had to go to Europe to get repairs, and she's back in service. The Carnival Vista, again, we know that there's a repair team on board. It looked like for several weeks they had made progress, but there's still issues there. I want to show you what Royal Caribbean, or I want to share with you what Royal Caribbean is sharing with its guests who are sailing on the Quantum of the Seas. They have shared that the August 1st, 8th, and 15th Alaska cruises are impacted. And they're not going to be able to see some of those glacier viewings on those cruises because of these propulsion issues. But Royal Caribbean shared this with those guests who are on those cruises. Quantum has 4 engines. One requires some repairs, and there's a delay in receiving the parts needed. Additionally, another engine is scheduled for routine maintenance soon, which means we'll have to reduce our overall speed during those sailings. While we're doing everything we can to expedite this, the global supply chain situation that we're all experiencing is further impacting the delay. Safety is always our top priority. Our ships can safely sail in these kinds of situations just at reduced speeds. They're being open and transparent, and some people may call this an excuse. I'm aware of that. They may say the blaming on global supply issues is an excuse. I don't know. I do like, though, that they're providing details. They're saying, yes, there's an issue here. Yes, we need to fix it. Here's what we're waiting on. We need a part that we can't get right now, but we are still going to operate safely. They're open about it. They really are. Let's compare this, though, to what's been going on the Carnival Vista for months and months. Islanders, you know I'm a Carnival fan, and I've sailed the Vista many times. I've experienced these issues that she's having with reaching maximum speed. I've had ports of call cut short, just like all of us. I've been late to get back into Galveston, just like many of us. I'm not saying this because I want to bash Carnival. I just think they're not being as transparent and open as maybe a competitor, Royal Caribbean. Fred Kennedy Jr. is an Islander that I've cruised with, and he just got off the Carnival Vista. He posted this, look at this, on July the 2nd. Just got off the Vista this morning. Since the ship is not able to pick up speed, they have cut off 2 hours on each port. We were only at Grand Cayman, 7:30 to 1:15. That's short. But it took us 2 hours to get off the boat and tender there. Cozumel was 10 o'clock a.m. to 3:30 p.m. Montego Bay was also cut 2 hours short. They don't tell you this before you book. I felt rushed on all the port days. You can take the same itinerary out of New Orleans and actually enjoy your time in port. Fred, thank you for that review and sharing that with us. And he's right. You can go see a lot of these same ports by going out of New Orleans. So you can go on a different cruise line out of Galveston. But I do think something is owed here to Carnival cruisers, Carnival Vista cruisers. If they know they're going to cut some of these ports short, they need to pass that along via email, and as soon as they can. As we close the show today, Islanders, I want to ask this question of you. Cruising has been restarted for 1 year now. So many of you have cruised at least once, many of you cruising 2, 3, 4 plus times. I want to ask you, how many cruises have you been on? And what is your single greatest memory of cruising the last year? When freedom was restored and we were able to cruise again 1 year ago. What is your greatest memory? I will share mine in the comment section below. I want you to do the same. Islanders, if you enjoyed the show today, please give us a thumbs up. Make sure, again, if you're not a subscriber, that you've done that so that you can see the content that we upload almost daily. Happy 4th of July. Happy Independence Day. I hope it's filled with food, friends, family, fun, and I hope you can get on the water somewhere and enjoy this day today. We'll talk to you tomorrow, Islanders, right here on Island Time.